gift at Ford. It's a big deal, and we're busy making preparations to get you the best deals of the year. Because unlike Santa's presents, ours don't just magically appear. At Ford, ours are built in real factories, where pickup trucks come with best-in-class towing and payload, where SUVs are built with available features like terrain management and driver assist technologies, and where every bolt, stitch, and line of code is tested and tested again. But you don't have to write Santa a letter to get these presents. Naughty or nice, just come see your Ford dealer during our holiday sales event for our best offers of the year. Ford, built for the holidays. Built Ford proud.
Best-in-class towing and payload when properly configured. Class as light-duty pickups under 8,500 pounds GVWR based on Ford segmentation.
Okay, here's the deal. You're a freelancer, a hired hand, a self-made, self-owned business of one. Whether you're a contractor, creative director, or consultant, you're the boss. And that makes things easy. Unless, of course, you're trying to get a mortgage. When it comes to qualifying for a cash-out refi, gig economy workers come with more obstacles, more complexities, and more stress, right? Wrong. Dial 855-875-CASH, and one of our cash-out mortgage specialists will help you qualify for the lowest interest loan possible, regardless of your source of income. It's the easiest call you'll make all day. That's 855-875-CASH. Make the cash call today. First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Group, DBA Cash Call Mortgage, 19500 Jamboree Road, Irvine, California, 92612, NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender, not licensed in all states, including New York. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions. Again, that's 855-875-CASH. Make the cash call today.
If you've got a piece of jewelry that needs repair, what do? Go see Cliff Miller at MJ Christensen, and they can do the repairs.
Absolutely. Since 1939, where does Las Vegas go to have their treasures repaired and maintained? MJ Christensen Diamonds. We take care of everything. I love that because you come to me with a problem and you leave problem solved.
MJ Christensen, something for everyone this holiday season. Located at Boca Park. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive offers.
If you ever go to jail, need a little help making bail, you call Goodfellas Bail Bonds on the phone. We'll get you right back there chilling at home and you're free. And once you get out, we ain't finished with you. You get water, t-shirt, a free ride too, and then a hug. Your nightmare ends, and Goodfellas Bail Bonds is your best friend. 384 jail, forget about it.
Mastriani Fashions has Thanksgiving special pricing, and everything in the store is marked down. Suits valued at $300, now only $69.99. All accessories plus sweaters, leather jackets, coats, and overcoats, buy one, get one free. Mastriani Fashions with 2 convenient locations, Oakey in Decatur or Boca Park in Summerlin.
That's the sound cars make.
This traffic report is brought to you by B&B Pools. There's an accident at Tenaya and Vegas, Torrey Pines and Lake Mead, some traffic issues there, and Blue Diamond and Durango. Be safe out there.
Fall is a great time to remodel your pool. If your pool plaster and tile is a little tired, call B&D Plastering today for your immediate bid from our experienced estimators. Call B&D Pool Plastering, 702-644-8980.
Hello, friends. This is Thomas Johnson from Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. Need a great idea for lunch or dinner? Your best bet is Joe's, one of the most popular dining destinations on the Strip. Joe's provides the ideal setting for private parties with accommodations for up to 150 guests. Stop by to see us at the Forum Shops at Caesars and ask for Thomas Johnson, your maitre d'.
And don't forget to make reservations, especially at this time of year. It gets really busy at night at Joe's. People shopping at the Forum Shops. What better place to go in and have a great dinner than Joe's? So make your reservation. Make them wait. 702-792-9222 is the phone number. What did Ralph Michaels come up with today?
We got an angle about the Lakers for tonight. How about this? Lakers as a home favorite, 10-1 to the under. Last 11 tries. So 223, the current total for Lakers Mavs. Worth noting, this is from the Wager Talk NBA stat sheet.
Which is free every day.
Every day. Huh? Cavs 3-10 to the under with no rest last year. Lakers 0-4 to the under with no rest this year.
Good stuff. That's Teddy Covers. I'm Dave Cokin. Ari Platinum's running the console today, producing the show, and we have Kelly up Oh, good. Kelly Stewart is with us right now, at Kelly in Vegas on Twitter. You know that already. What's going on, Kel? How are you?
Hi, Dave and Teddy. Life is good. Just wrapping up some stuff here before I head down to the good old Golden Nugget.
Yeah, you keep pretty busy. I mean, the videos and all that. I'm just all over the place, hosting Wager Talk TV, doing shows with the odds makers around town, and that really gets you great information, which we like to pick your brain on each week. So, and talking to the guys behind the counter this week, what are some bits of information on various games that you've managed to pick up on?
I know the guys down at the Westgate took a pretty large bet on Oklahoma minus 7.5. They went ahead and moved it to 8, and everybody else kind of followed suit. So I jumped on that one. I do have some concerns about Oklahoma's defense, but, you know, last time these two met, everybody jumped on Texas. I get it. Tom Herman, great as an underdog, 12 and 1 since 2015, but I took the Sooners here, and let's hope that they can roll this time with that explosive offense.
I want to throw one at you because it appears as though the Superbook went intentionally a little lower on this one at the Open, knowing the injury situation with Mackenzie Milton. I can't say they took a stance, but they leaned a little bit to Memphis by opening the number lower than most.
You know, they did, and it's interesting because you have this Knights team with 24 consecutive wins, but without Mackenzie Milton, I think, you mentioned it was already built into the line. I think it's going to be tough for them to trade scores with the Tigers, with Mac under center instead of Milton, and the Tigers' strength is their run game. And UCF, what do? They struggle to defend the run here. Memphis 12 and 4 overall against the spread this season. And, UCF has just absolutely owned them in the series. So I think Memphis is going to end that streak. And I took a +3. I know that was a play that John Murray gave to me the other day as well.
Any concern over the fact that when these two teams played earlier in the season, that Memphis was wasn't pretty well shut down. They didn't score a point in the second half of that ballgame as UCF rallied from 2 scores down. You're
absolutely right, but I think that kind of has Memphis looking at this one a little bit harder, saying, hey, we need to get that one back, especially take advantage of Milton. And I don't know a lot about Mac, to be honest with you. I talked to a couple different guys and said, he's a significant drop-off, not anything too crazy, but I would have liked to have gotten a different number, a couple more points with Memphis, but I think that they're going to keep it closer this time.
I think there was a full touchdown adjustment, and I wonder if that's even enough.
I would think Milton might be worth as much as any player in college football because after I watched the kid play, he played early in the season at East Carolina, didn't get to 100 yards. Played last week, didn't get to 100 yards, and
he's not particularly accurate.
And he's been the scary thing is that they've been in control of both those games. If they're trying to play from behind here, UCF's going to be in trouble. They better shut down Henderson and take the lead right off the bat.
Now we're seeing some significant line movement on some of the other championship week games. Well, they're kind of lead-ins to bowl games.
Sure, it's December, or it will be tomorrow.
So let us know if you have the info on whether this is respected money or steam chasing or whatever. And we'll talk about Washington, Utah, UAB versus Middle Tennessee, and Fresno, Boise, because these are all games that are really on the move.
These are all games that are really on the move. I mean, I played Utah early in the week. That was another play I got from the Westgate on the lovely little card I get from John Murray every single Wednesday. It's weird because last time these two met, it wasn't pretty. UW's Gaskins rushed 143 yards, 30 carries, 261 total yards for the Utes. I mean, they just absolutely got shut down. They had 3 turnovers. And UW looked really impressive last week over Wazoo. So I was kind of surprised to see sharp guys play Utah here. But I think if Shelley has enough time to scan the field, the Huskies stop unit is not going to be able to sack them. Yeah. They're just the defense for the Huskies I'm not impressed with. So I think the Utes have a chance to win this game.
One thing that people have probably forgotten in that first game, it was a game-changing play. Utah had gotten a turnover, and the lineman is heading for the end zone, and he lost the football. And that basically cost him 7 points. Sure. And that was a game-changing play. So we'll see what happens here. Now, the UAB is really interesting because they basically, I think it was a lot of BS, to tell you the truth. They sat a lot of guys last week. And one guy played one play, then they took him out. Another guy had the flu, supposedly.
And key guys on their offensive line, their running back.
I think they're healthier than people think they are, and the betting shows that.
Yeah, I didn't touch this game. I've got no information whatsoever on this game, and to tell you the truth, I probably don't want to touch it. You're right. That is always interesting whenever coaches either rest players or exaggerate injuries and or sicknesses.
So what do you got for some of the marquee matchups? Your Ohio State Northwestern or your Georgia Alabama? What are you hearing around town about the biggest games?
The one game that I did disagree with on the card from John Murray, the Sharp guys played Ohio State -14, but I've had a really good read on this Northwestern team all season. I mean, this team is good. 12-3 against the spread with 9 outright wins in its last 15 games as a dog. I really like what Pat Fitzgerald's been able to do with this team. And the key is here they've either played up or down to their level of competition all season. That's why they lost to a team named Akron. But they gave Michigan all they could handle. You know, everybody seen them completely in the opposite direction against Minnesota. I didn't understand that one. I guess they thought it was going to be a similar result to the Nebraska game, and they absolutely rolled Minnesota. I think this is one of those games where Ohio State had this monster win over Michigan, big-time rivalry there, and now they just have to get past this 8-4 Northwestern team. They're a double-digit favorite here. I think this is like a national championship caliber game for the Wildcats, and I'll take 2 touchdowns with them here. I mean, getting 14 and a hook now with a team who's 7-0 against the spread with 6 outright wins this season.
Yeah, though I had Akron in that game against Northwestern, and at the half, the Wildcats are up 21-3, and I did not feel good about that wager. Just a bizarre second half in that ballgame.
Yeah, it was a fluky loss, I think, obviously. I mean, we can talk about that all day.
Now, this is where it gets interesting on Ohio State Northwestern, and this is guesswork. It really is. It's not in terms of who you like in the game, but when to bet it, because you got different scenarios that can play out here. This could be this could be a situation where if Ohio State wins, they're going to get in the playoff, and in that case, I think that's going to, especially if they need style points, so to speak, that's going to boost the line up. But they could also be playing for nothing by the time this game kicks off, in which case it's going to go down. So do you play it just down the middle and take the points now, or do you gamble and wait in hopes of maybe getting 16 or something by game time?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I already played it at 14.5, and I wouldn't not play it again. I mean, if the line goes up, like you said, 16 is probably closer to being accurate, but I just don't know if this defense is as good as I keep thinking they are. Then I'm not worried about Ohio State and style points. Again, I think you're going to get the best from this Northwestern team, but you're right. If Oklahoma wins that game over Texas, then yeah, Ohio State's going to have to show something like they did last week. They're going to have to show the committee.
And Oklahoma's got to win, and Alabama's got to win.
Well, and here's the thing. If Oklahoma wins by a margin against Texas, Ohio State can win by 3,000, and they're not getting in.
Right.
Okay, because unless Oklahoma gets real lucky in a win against Texas, and I don't even know if that does it, but Oklahoma's ahead of Ohio State, and unless Oklahoma, I got to tell you, I think the style points is BS. I don't think Ohio State's getting in. And I think they kind of know it if Oklahoma beats Texas. Assuming Georgia.
Let's not forget the possibility, at least, that Georgia upsets Alabama. In
that
which
changes
case,
everything.
Both Oklahoma and Ohio State go bye-bye because Clemson ain't losing straight up.
Right.
And Notre Dame's already in, and Alabama's getting in whether they win or lose. So Georgia can steal a spot.
You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can see Georgia winning this game outright, man. I've been trying to make a case for this team. You know, you guys know I love the underdogs, but God, it's really, I mean, and I might even end up taking the points with Georgia here, but I just don't know if I could see them winning this game. It's tough. I mean, shutting down Tua obviously is the key, and that's what they couldn't do last year in the national championship team when they were up 13.5.
Let me see if you want to agree with my answer on this. Somebody posed a question to Scott Van Pelt on Twitter today about, well, what happens? Who's the fourth team if, and the person said it was unlikely, but they went with it anyway. If Georgia gets blown out and both Oklahoma and Ohio State were to lose, who would be the fourth team in? I will tell you my answer. I went with a second bid for Alabama, and they would have an intra-squad game in the first round. I don't know who would go. Could UCF still get in? It's